Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss, is craps a sport? Mind sport, precision, accuracy. We also touch on Circa Survivor, 3MG, Petanque, RMFT, emails, and Ed's long hands and hard ways.
Yo, dude.
You like my shirt, Ed?
The Alabama shirt. Who gave that to you?
Dude, who do you think?
Bump John.
Yeah, of course. Bump John, he had got me this. I was just waiting for the right time to wear this shirt.
This is not a good weekend, but go ahead.
We
got our ass kicked.
It's perfect. It's all a reason to wear this shirt. He got me 2 shirts. Thank you, Bump John. He got me these a while ago. So I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? You, Bump John, Craps RN, JJ.
Yep.
It's like all of a sudden I'm surrounded by Alabama fans.
I wonder why that is.
I have no idea, man. Craps is big.
It's big down here.
Not many Viking fans. James A. He's the Viking fan.
James A is the Viking fan.
Yeah, he's the Viking fan of note that plays craps. I like this shirt. He got me a red one, and he got me this gray one. I like this gray one, dude.
Yeah. Elephant gray. Perfect.
Elephant gray and what? Crimson red? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yep.
Crimson Tide. The Crimson Tide.
Oh, he asked me this. He's like, ask Ed what RMFT means.
You know what that means.
I'm like, I can figure that out, right? Want me to say it?
Yeah.
Roll motherfucking Tide, right?
Yeah.
You guys all there saying that shit.
No, everybody pretty much cussing the coach and his staff and all them dumbass players we got right now. Let me tell you, there is a secret
Tell
to
me.
coaching. There's a secret to coaching.
Dice coach.
And then there's a non-way to coach. And right now we have the non-way to coach. Oh, come in, sit down in my nice chair. Tell me about your feelings. Have I hurt your feelings today while we were on the practice field? Here, let me help you paint your fingernails. That's not the coach. That is not coaching in the South. That's That's Pacific Northwest coaching. That is not Deep South coaching.
That's Pac-10 sensitivity training.
Yeah, we got the wrong guy. We've got the wrong guy. I don't care if he wins 5 national championships the next 6 years. He ain't winning one this year.
Who is
we
this
got
guy?
The wrong.
I know he's from Washington, right?
Yeah, his last name is DeBoer.
DeBoer.
Yeah. This guy's a freaking idiot. Hired a bunch of people that don't know how to recruit in the South, don't know how to coach in the South, don't know how to cuss people out, kick them in the ass or nothing. Then you got college football in general, which is nothing but a big old pay-for-play scheme.
It's serious business, man. I just can't see that guy just fitting in with the culture. You know what I mean? That's
Dude, I told my son when we were watching, it was like late in the third quarter, I said, I would jump up and do cartwheels if that son of a bitch would just stomp his feet on the turf once instead of standing there looking like a Ken doll.
Yeah, just no sort of, I get it. I understand that.
He had no fire in him at all. None. He's worried about hurting somebody's feelings. I mean, do you think Saban cared if he hurt your feelings?
Yeah, you cannot be worried about that in football or craps.
Oh, you might go into the transfer portal and go make $1 million somewhere else. So what? Run their freaking ass off if they don't want to play.
Yeah,
for
man.
You.
Yeah, exactly. So did Washington, were they just like Big Ten champs? Did they win the national championship?
They played for the national championship and lost. It was a pretty close game, actually.
Who'd they lose to?
Ohio State, maybe?
Oh, I feel like they did lose to Ohio State. Who's their QB? Penix, right?
Yep.
We'll see how he does.
Saban did try to hire the offensive coordinator back then, or right before that season.
Are you sure all these facts are correct? This is his first year, right?
No, this is his second year.
Oh, this is his second year. Yeah, then it checks out.
Yeah, his
How'd
last
he do
10
last year?
He sucked.
Okay, so
Cypress roots in the bottom of the pond.
yeah, man.
In his last 10 games, he's 5-5. What does that tell you? He's only played 1 this year.
Man, that whole Roll Tide Nation, is that what you guys are called? Is it Roll Tide Nation? What is it?
We're a country, dude.
Roll Tide Country? Dude, I bet. How has that guy not been kicked out of there?
I can tell you 65 million reasons why he's not kicked out.
Man, who did that? That seemed odd to me that you guys brought in that coach. He just does not seem like fiery and has that passion.
That is exactly correct. He does not have any of those traits.
I say that about football.
He doesn't even cuss.
Kind of like you.
Football. My
kind of like you. I cuss.
My 6th grade football coach cussed Come on.
I was always scared of my coaches. Any coaches, I was scared. Even in high school, I was just scared of them because they'd yell at you. Oh my God, Ed, I had back in the day when you learned how to drive,
Yeah.
I had this guy. He was a short Italian guy, Mr. Lita. See, I can remember. See, back in the database of my brain, Mr. Lita. We had those driving simulation things. We had literally had a driver's ed class where you had these machines you get behind and you drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
He yelled at me in front of the whole class for like, I don't know.
Speeding or
I
something.
didn't have my foot on the fucking brake on this thing that didn't move. And I had no idea, but he was yelling at me in front of the whole, like I was scared of this guy for a long time because he would just yell at you so loud in front of the entire class. I think that's gone, isn't it? From any education
Well,
system.
they still have driver's ed, but they can't rip you like they used to.
I was scared of my teachers. You didn't want to get them mad because they would just scream at you.
Well, I mean, I grew up in the day when they would wear your ass out with a big old paddle.
Man, I don't know. I never got assaulted by a teacher at school.
I'm not going to say I got assaulted, but I got my ass whipped.
I mean, they would make us, all right, run forever.
Yeah, but that was like screwing up in practice or
Yeah.
something, run, but like if you were in school, last thing you wanted to do where I went to school was go have to stand in the hall and wait on Coach Morton to come by, who was the principal.
Man, Morton, pouring salt in the wounds, man.
He was a first lieutenant in Vietnam.
Oh, he's not.
You
Yeah.
got an average lifespan of 6 or 7 days for first Louis in Vietnam back then. He was the only one that survived his whole tour out of his original bunch. And now he is our principal.
Yeah, man. He's not taking any shit from little shits.
Coach Morton didn't take anything.
No time for that.
He'd tell them girls, pull that dress tight, girl, because I'm fixing to whoop your ass. I mean, there wasn't no air in between your ass and your britches.
Damn.
It didn't matter. He wanted it tight so he could spank you.
Ah, wow. That's corporal punishment, isn't it?
And is that a
Corporal
problem?
punishment from a principal. I don't know. Maybe they should bring that back. Who knows?
Look, if you look at what's going on in the world today versus like where it was when I was there,
well,
there's a lot of things going wrong, not just in education, but in society.
Well,
we're not here to debate all that because we're going to have our listeners on any side of this, but most of them are probably going to agree with me.
yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm not. It's football season, and it's my favorite time of the year because I like to listen to I always love the Viking vent line after a loss. When people call up and bitch, that's my favorite pastime.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasure, right? That's why I had this vent line for us. So I sent you that link. You had already seen it. It was so funny.
Legend. Yeah.
That guy, what is his name? Paul Feinbaum? Feinbaum? Dude, I never heard of him before. He's got the Alabama call-in radio show.
That guy started.
Never heard of him. What a name.
Well, there's no reason there's no reason for you to. Yeah. The F-bomb.
So people call in after Alabama wins or loses to him?
Well, he started here in Birmingham. He was a news reporter, number one, for a newspaper way back when Bear Bryant was coaching, right?
Oh, yeah, Bear.
Back in the late 70s, early 80s. And then he got a little radio show locally here in Birmingham, but now he's on the SEC network with that call-in show, which is an ESPN thing.
Oh,
so I mean, he's big time. He came up through from Birmingham up to there. So
that was a great. I enjoyed listening to him vent about the Alabama loss for what seemed like 15 minutes.
So
it was epic.
Yeah, legend. Legend's been calling in for years, dude.
And Legend is this guy's handle.
Yeah, that's his handle.
And he's a huge Alabama fan. That was awesome. For anyone, that is good entertainment.
It's on the SEC network. Plug for them every day.
Dude, what's funny is I was talking to Bump John about it. I'm like, dude, I got to send you this link. And he knew exactly who it was. Oh, Legend.
Yeah.
Bitchin'. That's great, man. So, Ed, I know this is Casino Tears definitely has you know what? We talk about some other stuff, not just craps, even though we're the only podcast, the only one that's 95% about craps that's out there going
easily.
And active. A couple others they've come and gone, but we're the only one that's like out there.
And a big shout out to all the people who listen to us, our Patreons and our Facebook people. I mean, Facebook presence is growing and growing and growing. And then there's, what's the other one?
I don't know. There's Reddit. There's YouTube.
Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Instagram.
I have not been giving Instagram any love or attention. I will get back to that, but such is life. It always happens with me and social media. But speaking of football, I like pro more than I think you. You're obviously college is more.
I'm switching because my team sucks. And
Okay.
my coaches.
I would, I guess so. Until they straighten out their
Until they get a real man as a coach, I'm done.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it takes a minute.
I may be done anyway because I don't like this pay for play stuff in college anyway.
The Circus Survivor pool?
Yeah.
We should talk about this a little bit because I'm in the Survivor contest with a bunch of people. Like I have pieces of multiple teams. And check this out. And some pick'ems. Ed, a bunch of the people that have pieces of the teams I'm in. So Sheets, who Sheets Parlinsky, he's coordinating. He's the glue that's keeping it together. It's cool because I've got a sweat in a lot of NFL action. First place in that Survivor pool, 15 million. That's a big business. And it seems easy. All you have to do is pick one winner every week, and you can't pick the same team. That seems easy, right? You just have to pick the winner.
It gets tough. It gets tough after a while on those.
Pick the winner
because you can never have picked the team that you've picked before.
Yeah, I know. But I've never made it past week 6 anyway.
What's the entry fee?
$1,000.
Ooh, no
per
wonder
ticket.
It's so high.
Yeah, 15 million is first place. You just got to go like 20-0.
Does anybody ever win? I mean, that's almost impossible to win. That's like trying to pick.
Dude, there's multiple people that won. They all split, like each winning team ended up splitting, I think, 1.7 million. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 tickets. One of the tickets actually picked Philly last night.
Yeah, but now you can't pick Philly ever again.
That's okay, man. That's okay. Everyone's saving Philly for Thanksgiving weekend. But you know what? Who knows? That's a problem when it's a problem. So I'm in some more. I got pieces in a lot of things, dude. It's really cool. I've got pieces in some regular pick'ems where you pick 5 with the spread, right? You have to pick 5. So check this out. These are all the names of people that have pieces that you know. All right, I'll save the best for last. Okay, so Sheets, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there's Six Easy, who you've never met. Six Easy is great dude.
I know the name.
In Massachusetts, always going to Encore over there. And then there's Courtney. Remember Courtney who won the WSOP?
Yeah, I know Courtney. Yeah.
So he's in that. And I totally forgot to mention this, Ed. Another guy that I've got a piece of Survivor tournament is Will the Thrill.
Will the Thrill. So what do you all do? Go in together for the $1,000 and just go in for pieces?
Yeah, like I have a percentage on what I invested in that $1,000 ticket. Some it could be like $250, some it's $300.
Yeah.
So it's all different percentages. But in that ticket, Will the Thrill is calling the shots, basically. I'm just along for the sweat. You know what I mean?
I hope you win $15 million.
Oh, man, or a part of it. That would be amazing.
And remember your partners.
Yeah, dude, what if Courtney? That guy's a luck box, so might as well.
Yeah.
So he's part of it. And then Dice Coach.
Dice Coach is in?
Coach is in it, yeah. Dude, we had a phone call today. Dice Coach, he has, on that ticket, Pick'em, he has basically, he gets the deciding vote in that. So no matter what, Dice Coach has controlling interest in that, where whatever he says goes ultimately. Coach. So that's funny, man. That conversation was hilarious today. Going through picks with Dice Coach.
He loves the football stuff.
He's got a lot of years of gambling under his belt. So there's always something to learn. And same with Six Easy, man. Dude, it'll be these conversations. I'm really looking forward to them just to hear how people make these picks. Because I've never been a sports bettor. This is it. This is my sports betting. I'm just not a sports bettor. I'm like pure.
I'll be making some next weekend when I'm there.
I've seen the bad side of sports betting where people have lost all their money.
No, I'm not that stupid.
I know some stupid people.
But
I do.
I will find me a 4 to 16 parlay on Saturday.
Of course you will. I know.
And I'll find me one on Sunday. I don't normally bet Monday nights when I'm playing or when I'm on a trip, because I'm usually not there to collect, but I might include a Monday night game this time because I'm going to be there till Tuesday morning. So I will always find something. I'll call a couple of buds of mine that are really, really good at that on the pro ball stuff. They say, give me a really good 4 or 5 team parlay.
You just reminded me when we were talking about other sports. It's about craps being a sport, which I think we can make a case for it to be a sport. It should be a sport. It's not really recognized as a sport, but I've got some compelling arguments for it, Ed. I want to get your thoughts on it.
Let me hear them.
Well, dude, first, it's September 5th right now. The reason why we're recording is because we need to do the 3MG for August.
Yes.
We totally spaced on that, but this is not falling into the category of shit that we said we're going to do and didn't do. We're still on track for the 3MG Mystery Monthly merch giveaway.
All right. So, we always roll the dice as part of the thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So here's your dilemma.
Go ahead.
I want you're going to pick a number between 1 and 12.
Okay, I got it. I got the number already.
And then you're going to multiply it times whatever I show, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You're going to subtract 7.
Okay, you got a D20 there?
No, I'm just going to throw these Casino Tiers dice.
You got two those are D6s, dude, in the gaming world.
They came from CasinoTiers.Vegas.
Okay, Casino Tiers, D6 dice. All right, here we go. The number is my favorite number. Besides 10, it's 4. That's my favorite number.
All right, I got an 8 showing.
The hard 8?
No, it's a 6-2.
Okay, 6-2.
8 times 4.
8 times 4?
8 times 4.
32.
Yeah, minus 7.
8 times 4. Yeah, 32. Minus 7, 25.
Yeah. All right, number 25.
Oh, okay, 25. Let's see. Oh my God. So let me just zoom in on this.
Wait a minute. What are we giving away first?
Oh yeah, that's right. What do you want to give away, Ed?
It doesn't matter to me.
It's August. I mean, we got some dice.
Yeah.
You could have choice of dice.
Yeah.
We could do some dice, or we can do a hoodie.
Whatever you feel like. What do you feel like?
You know what?
You're in charge of, the.
Here's the deal. You know who
stuff.
It is?
You ain't said yet.
Okay. Number 25 on the list. No handle. I hate the fact that there's no handle, but it's Kristen Davis. Okay. I have no idea who this is.
Is it a Krist?
Kristen. Kristen Davis. Come on down.
Is that Kristen?
Kristen's got to be a girl.
Doesn't have to be.
But Kristen,
probably.
Do you know a Kristen that's a guy? I know a Chris that's spelled with a Kris.
Yeah, Kringle.
No, that's not. Kris Kringle was spelled, I think, was it?
Yeah, it was a K.
I thought Kris Kringle was a CC.
No. Kristen, what's the last name? Kristen Davis. Kristen Davis, come on down. 10 Ton will be in touch with you.
Yep. And then I've got an idea because I've got some pullover hoodies, a few of them, like 4 that are 4 like female hoodies that they don't have the.
You're assuming this is a female.
I bet. I'm going to say that I would bet if this was a bet, totally. Kristen Davis is a girl.
I would be on your side with that bet, but I could be wrong.
Kristen Davis, I think, is a girl.
We'll just call her KD, King Dice. That's her new.
No.
That's her new handle. KD, come on down.
All right. Yep. I think Kristen is one of the few women that is on our list here. But if it's a guy, then I've never heard that name for a guy. Only Chris, like Chris Christopherson. Right. That's funny, man. A lot of the K's with Chris always have K's with their last name. Chris Christopherson.
That wasn't his real name.
It wasn't? What was his real name?
I don't know, but that was not his real name.
That's good, man. Chris Christopherson. Oh, I know a Chris Cordawig. Both 2 Ks. That's cool. All right, man. That's out of the way. I'm going to get in touch with Kristen Davis. I'm going to give her a choice. She can either have her choice of any color dice. No, actually, I'm not going to give her. What am I doing? I can't let people just run loose in the store. Fuck that.
No.
She's going to get a pair of black dice, and I'm going to sweeten the deal. If it's her size, she'll get a hoodie that I have in stock for that without the thing, the cord in the hoodie. So I'm going to give her one of those if it's a she, and then I'll give her a choice of another color of dice. It's probably going to be either the saffron or maybe some greens. That's good. That's a good package.
That's a great package.
It's a package in August. So we'll see. It's the
August package.
End of summer.
I like good packages.
Yeah, end of summer. End
I
of
hope it's
song.
a I hope it's a lady, but
Man,
it could not be. We'll find out.
yep,
You'll
we'll
let us
know.
know, right?
Yeah, of course. We'll figure it out. It is truly a mystery.
TEN, right?
TEN, Kristen.
I wonder if they're on our Facebook group.
I don't know, man. I don't know this person. I've never seen this person's name, but thank you for signing up. What if it was a guy? It's kind of like Fran. Fran is a girl's name, can be a girl's name.
Yes.
So
Yep.
we'll see, man. Okay, so Ed, this is what I wanted to talk to you about.
We haven't talked anything about craps
I
yet.
know, man. Already, we have not talked anything about craps. Let's talk about craps. Seriously, this is what I want to know. Do you think craps should be considered a sport?
No,
Bro, see, I totally disagree with you.
I don't know.
Really?
I mean,
You of all people, I think it should be considered. You know what's considered a sport? I'm going to tell you. Here's what's considered a sport. Poker. Poker is considered a sport.
I was just fixing to ask you if poker is a sport, if it's truly a sport, then craps could be a sport.
It
But if
could be.
poker is not a sport, but it's like NASCAR. People say NASCAR is not a sport. In the old days, it was. I don't know if it is anymore. I don't watch it, but
Dude, of course NASCAR is a sport.
a lot of people said it wasn't. They used to complain, those guys aren't athletes. They're just driving a car. So those guys aren't athletes. They're just tossing dice. So I think if poker is a sport, craps is more of a sport than poker.
I would agree with you because poker, you just sit on your fucking ass. And there's the only physical activity in
Wearing
poker
sunglasses.
is what? Is basically lifting
Breathing.
up cards, lifting
You're
up the
breathing.
cards and putting in chips. That's the amount of physical activity for poker players. Once it went on to ESPN, even though it is gambling, once they had these competitions, I think being able to televise something is huge. And all of a sudden making it a sport. It's considered a sport, mostly because there's championships, there's leagues, like there's Poker Stars, there's WPT, there used to be the what was it, began with an H, like Heritage or something, like all through the Midwest. There's a Midwest Poker. Like there's so many championships and leagues and it's televised that they consider it a sport when there's absolutely no physical requirements.
You hadn't got to be in shape. You got no hand-eye coordination. You ain't got to run. You ain't got to jog. You just got to be able to sit and stare through sunglasses.
They should have a hygiene requirement too, because that's one of the reasons why I hated poker, because most of these guys were out of shape, fucking smelly. Dude, it was gross. LA poker, grinding that whole thing. But, there's some poker guys that are in shape now, taking care of themselves a little more probably because they're on TV and they're, it's become very, very, very popular. Okay, here's another one, chess.
Tough one. I grew up when chess was big.
Yeah, well, guess what?
And it was televised, but I don't really consider that a sport.
It is a sport. It is a sport. It's considered a sport. It's recognized as a sport.
By who?
I think it's a fucking Olympic sport. Hold on a second.
Google it.
Chess and Olympic chess. I'm pretty sure it is. Chess is not an official Olympic sport, although the International Olympic Committee recognized chess, blah, 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 is a recognized international federation.
So it's not a sport.
It is a sport.
You just said it wasn't. It wasn't.
It's not
recognized.
an Olympic sport. You know what they consider it, though? They consider that and poker a mind sport. They're on that level of a mind sport. In some ways, craps sits on its own because it's very mental. It is a mental and physical game.
And physical. Yes, it's mental and physical.
And for chess, there's even less. I guess that you have to reach in, hit a timer, and move some pieces. I mean, that's some physical. It's not like you have to train for that. You just have to be barely alive to do that. Same in poker. But with craps, man, you have to have craps has the mental sport aspect to it, but it also has, dude, do you know what? Mini golf is a sport. Mini golf is a sport. Yeah. That's a sport. Darts is a sport. It's considered a sport.
I can see that.
Bocce is considered a sport. Hey, Mario, bocce. Bocce is a sport. So is petanque. That's different.
I have no idea what petanque is.
Petanque. That's French.
Petanque.
It's a French version of bocce. It's played on different surface and it's got more like metal. The balls are smaller and they're metal. The Italians have the bigger balls.
I got you.
But that is considered a sport. Dude, and here's the thing. If darts, bocce, miniature golf, those are all precision sports. Here's the thing. They've all been televised. They all have this precision thing, which for some reason, craps isn't recognized as having that when it's really, really precision based and eye-hand coordination.
If we could get it recognized as a sport, it would probably save it because it's fading away out there.
I don't think so, man. I think craps tables are still packed. I tend to say craps is secretly popular and not going away.
Well, Horseshoe just took out 2 tables and only have 3 left.
Well, maybe that's because they're bringing them over to the Palms.
Yeah, maybe. Palms adding 2. Horseshoe's taking away 2. What is it? The one place downtown that's owned by the D guy?
Golden
Circa
Steer?
Guy? No.
Golden Nugget?
Not
Golden
Golden
Gate?
Nugget. Golden Gate. They've taken out all their tables. They're taking all their blackjack tables and their craps tables.
What are they putting in there?
Slots.
Yeah. But slots is just, my feeling on slots. I know everyone likes slots.
It's slots a sport. You got to pull the handle or you got to push the button.
Here's a big distinction on why craps is not a sport is because it's labeled as gambling. Even though poker is still gambling, they still recognize it. It's still considered a sport. And I think it's the branding aspect of it. If craps was able to get on TV or have televised events, I think it could easily become a sport just like poker because, in fact, it would be more entertaining to watch than poker. Watching poker players stick a fork in my eye.
I would love to see a playoff live on camera where you've got maybe 4 guys at a table betting on or against each other, and each of them getting opportunities to shoot from wherever they want to shoot from, that kind of thing. That would be,
dude, I want to do
that would be great.
I want to do the color commentating on it. I want to be one of the guys in the booth announcing.
I want to be the guy down on the field going, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He's setting the dice as a 6-2, 6-3 cross 6 with a such and such axis, and he's lifting the dice now and he's tossing them and they're hitting 4 inches from the wall. Yeah, I want to be that guy.
You'd be good in the booth.
I'd be color commentary.
Yeah,
I'll be the color
you would
actually
commentary. Be good as the color there, and then sometimes you could be out actually playing. You know what I mean? You're rolling up, and you'd be you could wear a cowboy hat. You could wear that.
I'd do a visor. I'd be a visor. I'd have to wear a visor. One of those visors where without, my hair still showing.
Or you could wear one of those visors with the hair on it.
Yeah, I may need that one day. The way my hair is going.
Those with the hair on it. Those are funny. Yeah. But that would be great. If we could be in the booth calling the crap session, that would be amazing. Because all the different players and talk about this guy. This guy's, looks like he's pulling out the chopper,
Yeah.
And then talking about everything and the landing. And man, we would have a great discussion. We'd keep it interesting. We should start
a channel and see if we can pitch it to one of the off-channel streamers. Because that's got to be better than this live streaming bullshit that you see on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I can.
But now we're giving them all ideas, and so here we go.
Then you could actually have clowns on the show. Like you could invite one of the YouTube clowns to the stream, and then you could see
Mr. Perry. Come on down. We want to see you lose $60,000.
He was actually on a televised table for the WSOP, and you could tell the color guys just thought he was a clown. Basically, yeah. I mean, if you rewatch that, you're like...
He played in the WSOP?
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's a great thing about the WSOP. The only barrier to entry to play next to pros is money. Yeah. That's it. That's why I started playing
Apparently,
poker.
he's got money. So, yeah.
That's the great thing about poker is that you could basically play next to, if you had the buy-in for the high roller events, you could play next to all the quote-unquote pros. And pros will be at some of those lower buy-ins, so you're playing against pros. Now, I would watch something like that where you could have the people like Bluff, and then we could talk about how they're playing and how they're betting. And then you will understand, which ones are clowns, which ones are not, which ones actually know about the game, because it'll be based off not only the skill of their toss. That's the thing why it's a sport, because I do believe that a toss influence it and you need to practice, and it's got physical requirements. It's precision shooting, darts.
Yeah. If darts can be a sport, surely craps can be a sport.
And if those games like mini golf, I can't even believe that mini golf is a sport and craps is not a sport. when craps, you are not only in super pressure situations, way more pressure than mini golf because of the amount of money. That's funny, man. When I've looked down and I've had like a lot of money behind, I think to myself, this is fucking pressure toss, pressure situation. You know, the pressure's on because you have not only you need to make a great toss, your form's got to be good, but you've got a lot of money riding on this. To me, that's mental sport, mind sport, physical sport, and dude, there is pressure, clutch. You have to be that way. You're not just rolling up and throwing the dice. No, just like that. You could do that with a dartboard too. Put a blindfold on, chuck it, whatever. That's the same thing as going up to a craps table and just.
That would be a random dart thrower. Put
exactly,
a
exactly, dude. But you think those dart throwers are random? No, they're practicing. Just like a craps player that's worth anything, they are devoted to practice. It's physical. How can this not be a sport? It's because it's not on TV. If this was on TV, Ed, and you had two guys in the booth, you know,
I would be, yeah, we would be the two in the booth.
Dude, calling the game, dude, it would be hilarious.
But who would be
on the floor doing the interviews?
No, the Howard Cosell.
The Howard Cosell. That's what it needed.
I'm more like Dandy Don, but we need a Howard Cosell.
Oh my God, dude. But we need someone down on the field, you know, down doing the little live interviews after they get done playing.
Who would we get to do that?
I don't know. I don't know who'd we have to do that, you know?
You got to have somebody with some humor.
Yeah.
But yet serious, right?
Yeah. I don't know who we could have.
Could we get Justice Jen down there? Maybe.
No, she might be good. I think Justice Jen would be good at the table as a player because we need to get more women. It's like poker. Just that's why they always focus on a few women, just because it brings more women into the game. But we need to find that person that's like live doing the interviews when they just lose everything, the exit interviews. You know?
Yeah.
Can you tell us what happened? So what happened out there? You had $1,000 hard six.
You had a 5,000 in the field. What were you thinking?
I would love that. That would be great. So if only there could be something like that, we would have a huge responsibility. Because if you had boring announcers, that game's gonna.
All right. Yeah. You gotta have fun.
Tank, man. That thing is like tied to it being fun. You got to make it fun to listen to.
But you don't think you need somebody like down on the green at the Masters?
Yeah, you do. That's what I'm talking about. You need someone.
So they've got to have the voice where they're like going, okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's hitting the 2V, 2-1, 2-3. He's setting the dice. He's gripping them with a medium grip. His thumb is left center. Oh, he's a little bit off axis. What did he get? Oh, he got a 6-3-9. Very nice.
You could do that from the booth. We have cameras everywhere. Oh, that's an interesting grip. You know, we'd just be all hush. They couldn't hear us anyway, but we'd hush.
Yeah, better. Shh, he's tossing.
But that's the thing. Casinos are loud. You have to deal with a lot of things. That's why you have to be an athlete. And I would argue that you do have to have some athletic prowess.
And stamina. If you can play for hours and hours and hours, like I have, there's stamina involved.
I mean, you've got people on the side calling things like tennis, no roll, out.
Here comes the drink lady. She's tapping him on the shoulder blade.
That'd be a real thing. So I think that it has to do with it's not on TV. That's why it's not a sport. Otherwise, I don't see why it shouldn't be a sport.
Let's call all our friends at ESPN. Let's make it a sport.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of friends over there.
Yeah, let's call
them. It needs to be on some.
Call Paul Feinbaum and see if we can get it on there.
I don't know. I don't know. Feinbaum.
Bomb. Not Baum. Bomb.
Feinbaum.
we call him the F-bomb down here.
Oh, nice, man. That's cool. Anyway, man, that's what I think. I think I'm going to write up a piece on that, man. The more I think about it and the more the practice that people put into it, that it should be a sport because they're approaching it like an athlete and like it should be.
I hate to admit it, but I totally agree.
What? You hate to admit it that I'm right? Basically.
No, not that you're right. Yeah. But we had this other YouTuber that was on a long time ago, now makes pizzas,
King Dice.
who called it,
He was
said
right.
you were,
Listen.
he claimed you were an athlete and you had to train like an athlete and all that kind of stuff. And I never really disagreed with him on that, but a lot of people gave him grief over it. But
I agree. I'll always say this. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is number 1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.